great pleasure to be here with all of you and welcoming everyone, each and every one of you into the Foundation Day of Pradhan, the 38th Foundation Day of Pradhan, April 18, 2020. And it has been a very long journey of the last 38 years, out of which for 31 years, 32 years now, I've been part of this great organization and been receiving guidance and support from all the senior colleagues here who are currently in Pradhan or outside Pradhan in multiple various capacities from everybody, and all my colleagues who are there actually slogging it on a day in, day out basis. It's been a huge pleasure to be here, and this is a great big day for us. I really look forward to the next 2.5 hours, 3 hours, spending in some constructive discussion and dialoguing with you. So obviously the Pradhan's Foundation Day, 18th April, this may not have been necessarily the best format that we wanted to organize this meeting. We were actually thinking of holding it in a much larger hall. We were kind of planning to call it the Samagam. So Samagam 2020 was being planned by my colleagues and us very actively. And then this happened. So, kind of thing. So therefore, we are kind of limited by the occasion, limited by the technology, and limited by this format to necessarily hold it in this way. But I hope you all will have a useful time. So we have kind of arranged the facility in a way that all of you will feel very much at home while you are in the meeting, being that you're all working from home. And so let's hope we have a very active discussion, and all of you are able to participate as within the confines of this technology. This event was, I think, the way it has happened, the event was bound to happen like this. One, because there was no way we could not hold the Foundation Day event. So we would have held it any which way. If it was in a large hall, it was not the lockdown situation, we would have done it in a proper auditorium, or we would have done it like this. And there is no other way today that we can not hold it in a larger facility. We can only hold it in a Zoom webinar format. So the format has its own limitations. I think my co-host Sumita will come in a while and explain to us what all some kind of formalities are there. People are muted. If you want to speak, how will you speak, etc., etc. This meeting, on a Pradhan's Foundation Day, ideally, what we would do is spend discussing Pradhan and what we have been doing in the past, and what lessons do we draw, how do we take it forward, and seek the guidance and the counsel of our immediate, all my colleagues and all our immediate well-wishers, which is my alumni, about how do you all see this organization, what kind of differentiated and important space that this organization is able to occupy in society, how do we contribute to the society. But in this particular situation, when the whole world, everyone and their cousin and everybody is talking about, and obviously because as it has happened due to this pandemic, everybody is actually totally engrossed. The whole world is engrossed in this, and by the eventualities caused because of this breakout of this pandemic. So there was no other way, but we also had to discuss, and therefore the discussion today will quite a lot hinge around the epidemic and what we have been able to, what we have managed to do in terms of how to deal with this this situation. When the whole thing broke out, and when the whole nation went into lockdown, and all of us were confined to our homes, and my colleagues in the field were all confined to their individual homes and the places where they're staying, and the community was kind of going topsy-turvy. There was no way we could sit back and say what can we do. We are WFH, and let's let the events unfold. Pradhanites surely were not of that metal. They said, no, we need to be there. We have to be there when where our people are. If our people are suffering, we have to be there when the people are suffering. If there's something If there's nothing we can do, but at least we will be with them. So in that spirit, I think my colleagues started intervening, and it made us do things we may not have done before. We have not done before, or not in this scale at least. And it really took us out of our comfort zones, because the kind of running around, distributing, providing immediate relief of this kind, this is not necessarily the kind of work we have done. Obviously, we've worked very close with the people. We work with institutions. We work with our community cadre. But the way the engagement was very different. But my colleagues were pretty quick off the block. They really went to the villages, and currently we are there. We are all there with the community, and trying to, at least in our own capacity, in as many villages as possible. We'll make a little more detailed presentation of that in a short while. So in whatever manner it was possible, people have tried to reach out. I think we are in about 5,000 villages today, and about working with all our self-help groups, our federations, our community cadre, working with the local panchayat, the district, whatever it takes, we have been trying to do. And I'm sure many of my colleagues out there in the alumni group also are involved in such activities. So we'll be able to hear a little bit of all that is happening. So that is one kind of important area that we thought we would focus today in our short sharings that will happen in a while. But the questions begin after that. Yes, what after we have done all this? What will happen after this lockdown? What happens after maybe this pandemic dies down or kind of attains a steady state situation? Does life continue like this? Does Pradhan continue like this? Is it business as usual? Is it just let's say a short-term situation of a suspended animation? Is it as if somebody has just put a pause button into what all we were doing till now, and come June or July or whatever that reasonable time frame is, you press the button again and life is back to normal? We'll be running around in the villages. We'll be doing the same things. Is it that, or are we looking at some basic paradigm shifts? Are we looking at some fundamental shifts? This is a scenario we have still not been able to really fathom. I don't know how much collectively the world or the society has been able to fathom, but there are lots of discussions, lot of questions. So we thought, why don't we use the limited time available today and the presence of all my esteemed colleagues here. Why don't we use some time here with all the knowledge and wisdom that you have to contribute to your favorite alma mater, your favorite organization, to help us through, help us think through what we think is the scenario emerging, and how does Pradhan poise itself? How does Pradhan organize itself, capacitate itself in order to lead, in order to kind of address whatever the challenges are, going to come in future. So that is where I thought, and hopefully this much will kind of occupy the discussion time we have kind of budgeted for today. We kind of thought we'll have it up to 1 o'clock, but depending on the collective comfort, we can maybe, play around with the timing a little bit. But I'm sure each of you are extremely busy. So we kind of thought we'll keep it at a short duration of just 3 hours. So with this opening words, I would like to really welcome each of you. I mean, it's my immense pleasure to have among us all of you. So I will say all my board members are here, which is extreme, occasion of great happiness for me that the board is here. So I welcome Bis, I welcome Mirai, I welcome Mr. Vijayanand, I welcome Sanjay Upadhyay. Rukmini was supposed to come, but she's not able to come because she is in another meeting. I think I have not seen her afterwards. In the beginning, she was not there. Yeah, Rukmini is also. Hi, Rukmini. Sorry, I thought then you joined. Yeah, so Rukmini is also here. So I'm extremely happy to say that all the Pradhan board members are here, and along with that, our most esteemed founders, Deep is here, and I'm not checked if Vijay has joined. Vijay has not joined yet. Hopefully, he will join in a while. So Deep and Vijay and all the alumni. In the earlier list, when I browsed through, I had seen Achintya's name, Vinod, then Dinabandhu, and so many more people are there. Shankar is here. So there are lots and lots of people. Srinivasan is here. So then there are obviously another 320 more people. So this is a large group. I won't be able to take obviously each and everybody's name, but I'm again to repeat, I am extremely, extremely happy that every one of you have made it possible to come here. I hope to have a wonderful morning today along with all of you, and to be able to listen to you, to as many of you as much as possible.